Hello, my name is Bennett Pack, and today I'm here to persuade you. Now, what is it you're asking that I'm going to persuade you on? I'm going to persuade you on to never text and drive. Today I am here to talk to you all about a problem that is sweeping our nation and countries all over the world. Did you know that in 2012, an estimated 421,000 people were injured in an automobile accident due to one specific reason? Can anyone guess this dangerous reason?
Texting and driving.
Good job. The answer is using their cellular devices while driving. Texting while driving is quickly becoming a trend and a national epidemic. It is also one of the country's top killers. Many drivers assume that they can handle driving while using their mobile phones, but that is just not the case. I have made the pledge to not text and drive, and you should too. It can save lives, and hopefully today I can convince you all of that. I decided to speak to you all about texting and driving because it has become such a terrible trend in our nation. As said, in 2012 alone, about 421,000 people were injured in automobile accidents as a result of texting and driving. Texting and driving poses a major threat and it needs to stop. The text can wait. Lives are all at risk. Now, out of the 5 of you here in front of me, I would like you to raise your hands if you've ever texted and drive before, and be honest. No one else? Well, that is good. I'm proud of you all. And hopefully the 2 of you that are guilty will stop, and all 5 of you could convince others against it. Today I plan to 1. Explain some general statistics of texting and driving. 2. Describe all the dangerous risks which it causes. 3. Tell why it should be stopped. And 4. Show how you can do your part and prevent it. Now on to our first point, just some general risks of texting and driving. First I will explain quickly a few heartbreaking statistics of texting and driving. Texting and driving causes about 1.6 million accidents per year. That's a lot of accidents. That's thousands of accidents every day. Well, lots of hundreds. If people simply stop texting and driving, if people stopped, I'm gonna glue that together. If people simply stop texting and driving, over 1.6 million accidents can be prevented. This can save a lot of money and, importantly, a whole lot of lives and injuries. There are approximately 333,000 injuries every year as a result of texting and driving. By simply not texting and driving, you can save lives. About 11 teenagers die every day as a result of texting and driving. Isn't that scary? If you are texting and driving, then you are 6 times more likely to cause an accident than if you are texting while intoxicated. This means that texting and driving could possibly pose a greater risk than drunk driving, which obviously you should not be doing either. Texting and driving is about the same as driving after consuming about 4 alcoholic beverages. Texting and driving is the #1 driving distraction reported by teenage drivers all over the country. Furthermore, texting and driving makes one about 23 times more likely to cause an accident while on the road. Also, texting and driving is about the same as driving blindfolded for 5 seconds at a time. This means if you are driving at about 55 miles an hour, that is driving the length of a football field without looking at the road with your eyes closed. And finally, at any given time, about 800,000 drivers across the nation are texting and driving. These statistics may be scary, but they are very eye-opening. Texting and driving is definitely something that needs to stop. Next, I would like to describe some of the risks that texting and driving causes. There are many risks that texting and driving can pose to yourself, as well as other drivers. First, multitasking while driving. In a study, 77% of people admitted to texting and driving, which is a dangerous form of multitasking. Did you know that our brains were not designed to multitask? While some people may be capable of multitasking, why would you do something that you weren't designed for while driving? This means don't multitask while driving. It poses a very large risk. This is also taking your eyes off the road. A study of heavy truck drivers in Virginia revealed that they are at a 23 times greater risk of causing an accident than drivers who do not text and drive. Also, steering with one hand. While steering with one hand, you have about 91% less control than you do while steering with both hands. Why would you take the risk? Steer with 2 hands and don't text and drive. Next, I would like to tell you why texting and driving should be stopped. What I mean when I say texting and driving needs to stop is that this life-threatening thing called texting and driving needs to stop. Just think about it. Hundreds of thousands of lives can be saved every year by ending texting and driving. Now I would like to show you how you can help end texting and driving. First, if you know someone that's texting and driving, talk to them. Share some of those statistics which we spoke about today. Oftentimes, people who text and drive can feel somewhat invincible, like they are actually capable of texting and driving safely. I know firsthand because I used to feel that way. Seeing these risks were very eye-opening to me and can be eye-opening for others as well. Second, you could create a text-free driving contract for those who do. Make those who text and drive really commit to stop texting and driving, therefore preventing injury as well as deaths. Third, reward and punishment. Reward those who promise to not text and drive and punish those who do. Fourth, explain the risks. If you see someone texting and driving, try explaining some of these risks to them, these scary risks to them, and it may be eye-opening to them, just as it is to you. It could be the end of texting and driving too. And fifth, just be a role model. Don't text and drive, and be a role model to those who do. In conclusion, today I explained some of the risks, some of the general statistics of texting and driving. 2, described some of the risks that it causes. 3, told you why it should be stopped. 4, showed how you could prevent it. After I have discussed with you the dangers and risks of texting and driving, I hope that this is very eye-opening to you. I hope that you saw just how much of a danger texting and driving can pose. I also hope that if you previously did text and drive, you will take the pledge to never text and drive. And lastly, a call to action. I urge all of you to take the pledge to never text and drive, and also convince others to as well by spreading these risk factors. Thank you, and this is my persuasive speech on never to text and drive.